Hello, my dear students. Welcome to English Teleteaching program. Let's start this class with a beautiful thought. That is, end is not the end. End, that means effort never dies. Remember it. End means effort never dies. So, my dear students, we have discussed that adverb and adverbials of your chapter 10. Let's recapitulate it. So, you have discussed what is adverb, what is adverbial and their position, and how we will change adjective to adverb, and also we have discussed in their position, that is front position, mid position and end position. Adverb of frequency, that is sometimes I saw him at the supermarket. Adverb of manner, that is suddenly the eagle opened its wings. Adverb of frequency, that is always. Adverb of frequency also we can say occasionally. He visits me occasionally. Adverb of manner, he slowly backed his car into the garage. Adverb of manner, the horse whisked its tails angrily. Here occasionally, angrily, slowly, always, sometimes, suddenly, these are called adverb. And these verb we can use in front position, mid position and end position. Also, we have discussed how we'll differentiate between adverb and adverbial phrase. Bravely, that adverbial phrase is in a brave manner or with a bravery. Swiftly, we can say in a swift manner or with swiftness. Recently, we can say just now or at a recent date. And soon, we can say at an early date. There, we can say at that place. Away, that is to another place. Unwisely, that we can say in unwise manner. So these are adverbial phrase and adverb: bravely, swiftly, recently, soon, there. Also, we have discussed order of adverbs, that is MPT, manner, place and time. Sometimes there may be more than one adverb in the end position. In that case, normal order, that is manner, place and time. Adverb of manner, adverb of place and adverb of time. Now we will come to your activity number 6. So, your question, he would help me. Certainly. Use the adverbs given in the brackets in their right place. So, dear children, what you will do here, you will use the adverb, that is certainly, adverb given in the brackets in their right place. Your sentence is, he would help me. Have you been to Raulkela? Tipu is late for school. She can paint well. My tooth is aching. These people are quarreling. We had lovely holiday. I have finished the work. We crossed the river. He died young. Here, in your bracket, some adverbs, that is certainly, ever, usually, extremely, really, always, last week, just, safely, unfortunately. What you will do here? You will use the adverbs given in the brackets in the right place. So let's start. Your questions, he would help me. Certainly. Then what's your answer? Think, my dear students. Yes, absolutely right. He would certainly help me. Next question. Have you been to Raulkela? In your bracket, that is ever. What's your answer? Yes, right. Have you ever been to Raulkela? Next one. Tipu is late for school. In your bracket, that is usually. Then what's your answer? Yes, absolutely right. Usually, Tipu is late for school. She can paint well. In your bracket, that is extremely. Of course, my dear students, your answer is right. That is, she can paint extremely well. My tooth is aching. That is really in your bracket. What's your answer? My tooth is aching really. These people are quarreling. What's your answer? These people are quarreling. In your bracket, that is always. Yes, these people are always quarreling. We had a lovely holiday. In your bracket, that is last week. What's your answer? Yes, dear students, we had a lovely holiday last week. I have finished the work. I have just finished the work. We crossed the river, in your bracket, that is safely. We crossed the river safely. So here safely, that is an adverb. And he died young, unfortunately. Unfortunately, he died young. Now we will come to activity 7. What we will do here? Put the adverbs given in the brackets in the right order. Question: Govinda has been waiting in a bracket, that is for an hour, patiently. I went quickly and there. She ran in a bracket, that is into the room, quickly. Like that, Ramesh spoke in the meeting this morning nervously. Father called me angrily into this room. Next one, it rained in the evening heavily at 6 o'clock. Leela rested in her bed peacefully until evening. Next one, I saw her in a shop accidentally in Kotak. The car turned towards the school or left. Next one, why was the child crying in the garden so loudly a while ago? So what you will do here? In your bracket, there are some adverbial phrase and adverb. You will place in right order. Now we'll start. Govinda has been waiting for an hour patiently. Then what's your answer? Govinda has been waiting patiently for an hour. Next one, I went quickly there. Your answer is, I went there quickly. She ran into the room quickly. What's your answer? Yes, my dear students, she ran into the room quickly. Ramesh spoke in the meeting this morning nervously. What's your answer? Think. Yes, my dear students, Ramesh spoke nervously in the meeting this morning. Father called me angrily into his room. What's your answer? Father called me angrily into his room. It rained in your bracket, that is in the evening, heavily at 6 o'clock. What's your answer? Yes, absolutely right answer, my dear students. It rained heavily at 6 o'clock in the evening. Listen it. It rained heavily at 6 o'clock in the evening. Leela rested in her bed peacefully until evening. What's your answer? Yes, Leela rested peacefully in her bed until evening. Leela rested peacefully in her bed until evening. I saw her in a shop accidentally in Kotak. What's your answer? Yes, right. I saw her accidentally in a shop in Kotak. The car turned towards the school left. What's your answer? The car turned left towards the school. The car turned left towards the school. Why was the child crying in a bracket, that is in the garden, so loudly a while ago? Then what's your answer? Why was the child crying so loudly in the garden a while ago? Why was the child crying so loudly in the garden a while ago? Now we'll come to activity 8, that is, put the adverbs in the right place and fill in the blanks. Dash I like to go dash, in your bracket, that is by 4 o'clock, home, usually. I dash walk dash much faster, always, in the morning. He dash behaves dash at work, seldom, so carelessly. Dash we go dash and dash 3 dash every day to school normally and at 10 o'clock. See dash comes dash and dash these days occasionally to my house. So what we'll do? That put the adverbs in the right place and fill in the blanks. So first questions, that is usually I like to go home by 4 o'clock. I always work much faster in the morning. He seldom behaves so carelessly at home. Next answer. Dash we go to dash and dash and dash. So normally we go to school at 10 o'clock every day. Normally we go to school at 10 o'clock every day. C dash comes to C dash comes dash. She occasionally comes to my house these days. These days. She occasionally comes to my house these days. Now we will discuss very interesting things, that is comparison of adverbs. So comparison, you know it, fast, faster, fastest. I can run fast. Also you can run fast. I can run faster than you. I can run the fastest of all. So my dear students, mark it. These three sentences, I can run fast, I can run faster than you, I can run the fastest of all. Fast, faster, fastest are the different forms of comparison of the adverbs fast, and they are, that is positive, comparative and superlative forms respectively. Remember it, my dear children. Fast, that is a positive degree, faster, that is a comparison degree, and fastest, that is a superlative. Positive, that is a normal statement, I can run fast. Comparison means we will compare to another person, like for example, I can run faster than you. Ram can run faster than Sita. So here fast, faster and fastest, I can run the fastest of all. So that is a positive, comparative and superlative forms respectively. We can make the comparative and superlative forms of adverb in the following ways. What are they? Some adverbs are made from adjectives by adding ly. We form the comparative and the superlative of these adverbs by use of more and most respectively. Remember it, dear children. Some adverbs are made from adjectives by adding ly. Already we have discussed, that is ly. And we form the comparative and superlative, like faster and fastest, that is comparative and superlative, of these adverbs by use of more and most. In that sentence, fast, faster, fastest, that is er and est, here we can add more and most. more, more, and most, most. What are they? See some examples. That is, in positive, we can say ly, clever plus ly, cleverly. Comparative, more cleverly. And superlative, that is most cleverly. Slowly, slow plus ly, slowly. In comparative, we can say more slowly, and superlative, most slowly. Quickly, quick plus ly, quickly. In comparative, we will say more quickly, and superlative degree we can say most quickly. So more and most, cleverly, more cleverly, most cleverly, slowly, more slowly, most slowly, quickly, more quickly, and most quickly. So when we'll do comparative and superlative degree, we will add more and most, and when we'll say normal statement or positive statement, we'll add simply ly. So some adverbs have the same form as of adjectives. We form the comparative or the superlative of these adverbs by adding er or est respectively. Remember it, my dear students. First one, we did it, that is by adding more and most. Here we will add er and est. Remember it, some adverbs have the same form as of adjectives. We form the comparative or the superlative of these adverbs by adding er or est respectively. So, In positive degree and in comparative degree and in superlative degree, we will write fast. In comparative, we will add simply ER, FAST plus ER, faster. And in superlative degree, FAST plus EST, fastest, first, faster and fastest. Like that, early, we will add ER, earlier. Then we will add early plus EST, earliest. Like that, hard plus ER, harder. Then we will add hard plus EST, hardest. Near, we will add ER, that is nearer. And then we will add EST, that is near plus EST, nearest. That is early, earlier, earliest, hard, harder and hardest, near, nearer and nearest. So what you will do here? Only we will add ER in comparative degree and we will add EST in superlative degree. So dear children, there are few irregular comparisons of adverbs. What are they? Positive, well, comparative, better, superlative, best. Like that, badly, worse, worst. These are irregular. Far, farther, or we can say further, and superlative, farthest or furthest. Little, less and least. Much, more, most. So remember it, well, better, best, badly, worse, worst, far, farther or further, farthest or furthest, little, less or least, much, more, most. So some adverbs like yet, still, already, no longer. Yet is usually used in interrogative and negative sentence. Remember it, interrogative. What is interrogative? When we will ask question, that is interrogative. And negative, when we will add not. It normally goes at the end of a sentence. We usually add to talk about something we were expecting. For example, they have not posted the letter yet. What is this type of sentence? It is a negative sentence. Already we have condition that it normally goes at the end of a sentence and it is usually used in interrogative and negative sentence. So, they have not posted the letter yet. Has the postman come yet? In a formal way, we can place yet in the mid position. Like, he has not yet posted the letter. Here, yet, that is used in mid position. Still, we use still to tell that something is going on longer than we expected. It usually comes in the mid position in question and positive statements and after the subject in our negative statements for special emphasis. Remember it, we use still to tell that something is going on. Remember it, something is going on longer than we expected. And it usually comes in mid position in question and positive statement and after the subject in negative statements for special emphasis. For example, are you still working? Is Leela still at school? Bishnu still has not finished eating. Again listen it. Are you still working? Is Leela still at school? Bishnu still has not finished eating. Then we'll come to already. What do you mean by already? Already means before now. We use it in the questions and affirmative sentence but not in negatives. It goes in the mid or end position. Remember it, already means before now. We use it in the questions and affirmative sentence but not in negatives. It goes in the mid or end position. Has he already eaten his lunch? Has he already eaten his lunch? So here already is in mid position. They have already returned home. It is a positive statement and already we will use here in mid position. I have posted the letter already. Here already that is used in end position. I have posted the letter already. No longer, any longer, anymore. No longer and any longer suggest that something has come to an end. No longer has negative meaning and it goes in the mid position. Any longer, anymore is used at the end of negative statements. Remember it. I no longer live in Sundargarh. So no longer has a negative meaning. So I no longer live in Sundargarh. Also it is going mid position. I don't live in Bhubaneswar any longer or anymore. It is used at the end of a negative statement. That is I don't. I don't, that is a negative statement, and it is used at the end of negative sentence. That is I don't live in Bhubaneswar any longer or anymore. Ago. Ago is usually used in the simple past after the time expression to show how far in the past something happened. Remember it, ago is usually used in the simple past after the time expression to show how far in the past something happened. For example, I met her 10 years ago. And second example, the accident took place a few minutes ago. Remember it, I met her 10 years ago and the accident took place a few minutes ago. So ago, that is simple past sentence, and after the time expression to show how far in the past something happened. Never, ever, seldom, scarcely and hardly are negative adverbs. These adverbs are called negative adverbs. Never, scarcely, seldom and hardly and ever. They mean almost not. Remember it, never, scarcely, seldom, hardly, ever. They mean almost not. And these adverbs usually take the mid position. Ever is used in the negative and question sentence. Remember it, ever. Ever, that is an adverb, and that is used in negative sentence and question to make question. For example, I have never seen Gandhi in my life. I have never seen Gandhi in my life. Have you ever been to Delhi? He has hardly done anything useful. She seldom visits us these days. So for emphasis, these adverbs can go in the front position. In such case, the remaining part of the sentence is formed like question sentence. For example, never did he obey any order. Seldom do you go out these days. So remember, dear children, whenever a negative adverb moves to the front position, the sentence takes the form of a question sentence like never did he obey any order. Seldom do you go out these days. These are negative adverb, and when it comes to front position, the sentence takes the form of a question. Quite, to and so. These are adverbs of degree. They take adjectives or adverbs after them. So is more often used in question and negative sentence. Remember it, so adverb is more often used in question and negative sentence. For example, why are you so happy? It is an question sentence. The music is too loud. He is quite satisfied. So quite, to and so, this is adverb of degree, and so more often used in question and negative sentences. These adverbs, that is quite, to and so, don't come after a, an, unlike many other adverbs. What are the structure? Like so, to, quite, plus adjective, plus a, an, plus noun. Or we can write a, an, plus adjective, plus noun. See examples. This is too big house for a small family. See here, this, that is a subject, then too, and big, that is an adjective, then a, house. A, that is an article, and house, that is a noun. Another structure, that is a and plus adjective plus noun. See here, this is a very big house. We can write. So here a plus adjective, that is big, and noun, that is a house. So we can write in both ways. This is too big house for a small family, or this is a very big house. An elephant is quite a big animal. Here, so same structure, that is quite plus adjective plus a plus noun. Or we can write a plus adjective plus noun. An elephant, that is a or an article, adjective, very big, and animal, that is a noun. An elephant is very big animal. Enough. Unlike other adverbs, enough is used after the verb, adjective and adverbs. It modifies. We didn't run quickly enough to catch the train. It is after an adverb. He is smart enough to win the prize. After an adjective, smart enough. We had not been trained enough for the game. After the verb, trained enough, smart enough, quickly enough to catch. Now, dear children, we'll come to activity 9. So here what we'll do, rewrite the following sentence putting the adverbs italicized and beginning. The first one is done for you. We can see my friend rarely visits movie. We'll change rarely does my friend visits movie. Now like that, he seldom writes to me. I understood only then what he meant. They could nowhere find better instructor. I heard about this dreadful news only today. My wife no sooner got home than it rained. So you answer, my friend rarely visits movie. Rarely does my friend visits movie. He seldom writes to me. Already you have discussed when you will add seldom, that sentence is a negative or questions. So seldom does he write to me. I understood only then what he meant. Only then did I understand what I meant. Only then did I understand what I meant. They could nowhere find a better instructor. Nowhere could they find a better instructor. I heard about this dreadful news only today. Only today did I hear about this dreadful news. My wife no sooner got home than it rained. No sooner did my wife get home than it rained. So now I am going to summarize what we have discussed in whole 3 sessions. So we have covered what is adverb, that is a word that qualifies a verb or an adjective or adverb, or it describes adjective, verb or other adverbs. For example, my father came home early. That early, that means it describes action word came. So early, that is an adverb. Like that, Ram is walking. So how is walking? Ram is walking slowly. Ram is walking slowly. So slowly is adverb. It modifies the verb is walking. Like that, adverb describes verb, adjective describes nouns, and adverb never describes noun. Remember it, dear children. Adverb describes verb, adjective describes nouns, and adverb never describes a noun. Adverbs are the words that describe adjectives, verb or other adverbs. Another example, see. She is very intelligent. So she, of course, it's a pronoun. Very, that is an adverb, and intelligent, that is a adjective. Also, we have discussed all adverbs are adverbials, but not all the adverbials are adverbs. Adverbials are often part of a clause or phrase, and adverb often end in ly. So remember it, all adverbs are adverbials, but not all adverbials are adverbs. Also, we can ask a question like how, when, where. If you will get answer, then that is also an adverb phrase or adverbials. Also, you can say in types of adverb we have discussed adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of frequency, adverb of manner and time. We have covered it. Also, we have discussed 3 degrees, that is positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Fast, faster, fastest, early, earlier, earliest. We can add er and est to make it comparative and superlative. Then another adverbs when we will compare, comparative like fast, faster, fastest or tall, taller, tallest. I drank milk faster than her. It's a comparison, that is faster. Like that, positive degree smart, comparative degree smarter in between 2 person, and superlative degrees, that is smartest of all 3 boys, that is smartest. So dear children, I hope you understand better what is adverb and adverbials. Keep safe and keep learning. Thank you for watching.